Tales from the AI-verse.
Welcome to Tales from the AI-verse. If you like these stories, please consider subscribing through the podcatcher of your choice. Or if you've watched this on YouTube, consider liking and subscribing to the Vert Shark channel where these are listed. If you would like to support this podcast, consider buying Guy a coffee at coffee.com under the name Mac Parrot. That's ko-fi.com. And now, on to today's story.
Since the dawn of time, man has sought perfection, knowing he will never, ever find it. Perfection is not something that you can reach out and take. It is something to strive for, knowing that you will never be successful. But what happens when a man, not realizing his own limits, seeks perfection and will settle for nothing less? This is the story of such a man. Sit back, relax, and enjoy today's Tales from the AI-verse Feast for the Foolish.
A Feast for the Foolish, edited and expanded by Guy Searle. Marcus Grayson was no ordinary food critic. He was the king of culinary refinement, a man whose palate had been sharpened by the finest cuisines in the world. He could detect a hint of saffron from across the room, distinguish the subtle nuances between truffle varieties, and dismiss a Michelin-starred dish with a single withering glance. Mediocrity repulsed him. Anything less than perfection was an insult to his tongue. So when he received a mysterious invitation to Elysium, a new, exclusive dining experience whispered about in only the most elite culinary circles, he felt a thrill he hadn't known in years. The letter was hand-delivered, the envelope sealed with wax, and it bore no return address. Inside, on what felt like the thinnest rice paper, the scropped with bold curves and lines, had only a few words. Elysium, the pinnacle of perfection. Come hungry. A small separate piece of ordinary paper was included with directions to this elusive restaurant. These directions led him to an opulent yet unmarked building, hidden deep within the city's labyrinthine streets. Stepping inside, Marcus gasped. Before him stretched the grandest buffet the world had ever known. The long mahogany tables groaned under the weight of glistening roasted meats, shimmering golden pastries, and exotic fruits that seemed to glow under the candlelight. Every dish, meticulously plated, steaming, and vibrant, seemed as though a god had prepared it. Marcus shuddered with pleasure as he sampled the first dish, a foie gras so delicate it melted on his tongue like silk. Then came a consommé, its broth so pure and rich that he nearly wept. Every bite of every dish was beyond compare, better than anything he had ever tasted before. He couldn't wait for the next dish. And yet, he hesitated. Something was off. He moved to another plate, a seared steak, flawless in appearance. He lifted his fork, but at the last second, doubt crept in. Could this possibly be better than the last bite he'd had? He hesitated again. The thought of eating something inferior, even marginally so, disgusted him. So he moved on. Dish after dish, plate after plate. He surveyed the buffet like a king surveying his kingdom. But he never took another bite. He was paralyzed by the sheer perfection of it all. Every dish could be the best, or maybe the next one would surpass it. He could not afford to waste a single mouthful on something lesser than the absolute peak of flavor. And so, he waited. Hours turned into days. The restaurant had no windows, no clocks. The staff moved silently, refilling platters that never emptied. Other diners came and went, but Marcus remained, his hunger growing sharper, more insatiable. Yet he never ate. His mind twisted itself into knots. What if I choose wrong? What if the next bite is better? What if I ruined the experience by settling too soon? His clothes began to sag on his shrinking frame. His fingers trembled as he hovered over a dish of saffron-infused risotto, only to pull away at the last moment. He knew that something else, somewhere on the table, was better. Days passed, then a week. Marcus had withered, his body gnawing at itself in hunger. Yet still, he did not eat. His once pristine white suit was now stained with sweat and dust. His once discerning eyes were sunken, haunted, but his hands never stopped shaking as they hovered over the untouched feast. Finally, just as his vision was blurring and his body could barely stand, he collapsed before a plate of golden-crusted duck confit. He reached out a trembling hand. His breath was shallow, his lips cracked. He knew this was his last chance. And yet, at the final moment, he hesitated. His mind whispered, "But what if?" His breath rattled in his chest. His fingers stopped inches from the plate. His vision darkened. Marcus Grayson, the world's most refined food critic, had now starved to death at the finest buffet ever created. As his body slumped, the candlelight on top of the table flickered. The waiters, ever silent, cleared the table around him as his body was moved through the kitchen doors. New dishes were laid upon the mahogany table, now shimmering anew. Somewhere in the distance, the doors of Elysium opened once more. A new guest had arrived, and the feast awaited. The end.
Thank you for listening to this Tales from the AI verse. You can contact Guy through X and Blue Sky under the username MacParrot. He welcomes your comments and looks forward to hearing from you. Remember to like, share, and subscribe through YouTube and your favorite podcatcher. Now please enjoy a song especially created for this story. We hope to see you again soon.
White like a god, mouth lined with gold, a tongue trained on truth, bitter and bold, eyes like knives dissecting flame, every dish a war, every bite a name, a letter sealed in wax and ash, whispers on rice paper gone in a flash. Elysium is said, no time, no place, just come hungry and die with taste. Velvet shadow, silver gleam, a red glade built from fever dreams. He came to eat, but he fed the boy, chose nothing and was destroyed. 1,000 plates, untouched, unseen. The beast that can't kill the king. Duck confit, risotto size, fruits that glowed like fireflies. Meat so rare it bled with grace, but all he saw was second place. Fork in hand, the fate too cruel. Each perfect bite became a duel. What if the next is better still? He starved upon that golden hill. What if, what if, what if, what if the next one's God and this one's myth? He shrank beneath the candle's breath, crazy flavor, dying death. Velvet shadow, silver gleam, the banquet built from fever dreams. He came to eat, but he fed the void, chose nothing and was destroyed. 1,000 plates, untouched, unseen, the feast that killed the king. Now silence dies on empty skin, and hunger waits to pull you in. The doors swing wide, the table sings, welcome guests where perfection stays. Now silence dines on empty skin, and hunger waits to pull you in. The doors swing wide, the table sings, welcome guest where perfection stings.